Imagine a creature so massive that when it moves through the ocean, the water itself feels its presence. A heart so powerful it can pump blood through a body longer than a football field. A voice so deep it can travel across entire oceans, unheard by human ears, yet felt in the bones of distant whales. And a body so large that no dinosaur in Earth's history ever came close to it. This creature is not extinct. It is not myth. It is alive right now in the deepest parts of our oceans. This is the blue whale, the largest animal to have ever existed on Earth. But behind its giant size lies a story of survival, mystery, and silent struggle. The blue whale, scientifically known as Balaenoptera musculus, is not just big, it is beyond comprehension. An average adult can grow up to 30 meters in length, nearly 100 feet, and weigh over 180 tons. To understand that scale, imagine a creature heavier than 30 African elephants combined, stretched longer than a basketball court. Its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant, and its heart is the size of a small car. Yet despite this enormous body, it moves through the ocean with surprising grace, as if the water itself was made for it. Unlike land giants, the blue whale is fully adapted to fluid movement. Its body is long, streamlined, and shaped like a massive underwater missile built for efficiency rather than speed. Even with its size, it can reach speeds of around 20 kilometers per hour when needed, especially when it feels threatened. But most of the time, it moves slowly and peacefully, drifting through the ocean like a living shadow. Inside this ocean giant lies one of nature's most incredible organs. Its heart weighs around 180 kilograms and beats slowly but powerfully, like a deep ocean drum. With each beat, it pumps hundreds of liters of blood throughout its massive body. When the whale dives deep into the ocean, its heart rate slows dramatically to conserve oxygen and withstand pressure that would instantly crush most living beings. When it surfaces, the heartbeat gradually rises again, stabilizing its enormous system. Scientists believe the sound of its heartbeat may even travel through water over long distances, meaning a blue whale could literally be a living rhythm of the ocean itself. Despite its terrifying size, the blue whale is not a predator. It has no teeth. Instead, it has baleen plates, long comb-like structures made of keratin, the same material as human fingernails. These plates hang from its upper jaw like a curtain. The whale feeds on one of the smallest creatures in the ocean, krill. These tiny shrimp-like organisms are almost invisible individually, but they exist in massive swarms numbering in the billions. During feeding season, a blue whale opens its mouth and takes in more than 70,000 liters of water in a single gulp. Then it closes its mouth and pushes the water out through its baleen plates. The water escapes, but the krill remains trapped inside. It is one of the most efficient feeding systems in nature. At peak feeding, a blue whale can consume up to 4 tons of krill in a single day. Blue whales are not stationary creatures. They are travelers of the deep ocean, migrating thousands of kilometers every year. Their movement follows the rhythm of the seasons. In colder months, they move toward warm tropical waters to breed, and in summer they return to polar regions where krill is abundant. This migration is one of the longest journeys in the animal kingdom, across entire oceans, without resting on land. These giants continue their silent journey, guided by ancient biological instincts. The ocean may seem silent to us, but it is full of sound. And among all creatures, the blue whale has the loudest voice. Its calls can reach up to 188 decibels, louder than a jet engine. But unlike sound on land, underwater sound travels much farther. A blue whale's call can move across hundreds and even thousands of kilometers. These deep low-frequency sounds are used for communication, navigation, and finding mates. Sometimes one whale calls out across an ocean, and another responds hours later from an unknown distance. It is like a conversation spanning continents, happening in real time beneath the waves. A blue whale does not begin life small in the way most animals do. At birth, it is already massive, measuring around 7 meters in length and weighing about 3 tons. Even as a newborn, it is larger than most adult animals on Earth. The mother produces extremely rich milk containing high fat content, and the calf drinks hundreds of liters daily. It grows at an extraordinary rate, gaining up to 90 kilograms per day in its early life. Within just 1 year, it transforms into one of the largest young animals in the ocean. The bond between mother and calf is strong, with the mother guiding and protecting the young whale through the vast and dangerous ocean environment. For millions of years, blue whales ruled the oceans without fear. Then humans arrived, and everything changed. During the 19th and 20th centuries, industrial whaling began. Blue whales were hunted for oil, meat, and baleen. Massive ships and explosive harpoons turned the ocean into a hunting ground. Thousands upon thousands were killed. At one point, their population dropped dangerously close to extinction, from hundreds of thousands to only a small fraction of their original numbers. It became one of the most devastating impacts humans have ever had on a single species. Eventually, the world recognized the crisis. International bans on commercial whaling were introduced, and conservation efforts began. Slowly, the blue whale population started to recover. But recovery is extremely slow. Today, estimates suggest that only around 10,000 to 25,000 blue whales remain worldwide. They are still endangered, still vulnerable, and still struggling against modern threats that are different, but just as dangerous as hunting once was. Modern dangers include ship strikes, ocean noise pollution, climate change, and the decline of krill populations. Even without hunting, survival is not guaranteed. The ocean is changing rapidly. Rising temperatures affect the distribution of krill. Noise from ships and industrial activity interferes with communication. Migration routes are disrupted by increasing human presence in the seas. The ocean is no longer the silent, untouched world it once was. Blue whales live in every major ocean on Earth, from the Arctic to the Antarctic. But their habitat is no longer stable. They depend on delicate ecological balance, and even small changes in the environment can affect their survival. Despite this, they continue to adapt, continuing their ancient migration patterns across the planet. Even with all modern science and technology, blue whales remain one of the least understood creatures on Earth. They spend most of their lives in deep ocean zones that are extremely difficult to study. Some individuals travel alone for years without being seen. Others gather briefly in feeding areas and then disappear again into the vast ocean. Scientists use satellite tracking and underwater sensors to study them, but much about their lives remains unknown. We still do not fully understand how they navigate so precisely, how they communicate across such enormous distances, or how they perceive their environment in the deep ocean world. The blue whale is more than just an animal. It is a symbol of Earth's biological power and oceanic mystery. It represents evolution at its most extreme scale, where life has reached the limits of size while still maintaining balance. It is both powerful and fragile, strong yet dependent on the smallest forms of life. It is a reminder that even the largest beings on Earth are connected to the smallest systems in nature. Deep beneath the ocean surface, a blue whale moves slowly through darkness. No sound except the distant movement of water. No light except faint blue filtering from above. It calls out with a deep, powerful sound that travels across endless ocean space. Somewhere far away, another responds. And in that moment, the ocean feels alive with connection. A silent world filled with giants communicating across impossible distances. The blue whale is not just the largest creature on Earth. It is one of the last great mysteries of our planet. A living legend of the deep ocean, surviving through time, change, and human impact. For millions of years, it has endured shifting climates, changing oceans, and evolving ecosystems. But now its greatest challenge is not nature, it is us. Whether this giant continues to roam the oceans or slowly disappears into history depends on the choices made today. Because losing the blue whale would not just mean losing a species. It would mean losing a living piece of Earth's memory. A giant that once ruled the deep in silence. The ocean fades into darkness. Not suddenly, but slowly, as if the world itself is exhaling its final breath of light. Sun rays that once pierced the surface begin to weaken, dissolve, and finally vanish into a cold, endless blue. Down here, everything changes. Sound becomes distant. Time becomes meaningless. And the deeper you go, the more the ocean feels like another planet entirely. For a moment, there is nothing. Only silence. Only pressure. Only darkness stretching in every direction like an infinite void. And then, something moves. Not fast. Not chaotic. But slow, deliberate, almost like the ocean itself has decided to breathe again. A shadow appears. Massive beyond expectation. Not a predator chasing life. Not a monster from human imagination. But something far older, far calmer, and far more balanced than fear could ever describe. This is not the end of a giant story. This is the beginning of something even more mysterious. A creature begins to rise from the deep blue silence, carrying a name that sounds dangerous, but hides a truth that is almost peaceful. The whale shark, scientifically known as Rhynchodon typus, the largest fish ever known to exist. A living contradiction of the ocean. A shark that does not act like a shark. A giant that does not bring fear. It is so large that even experienced ocean explorers struggle to comprehend its presence when it passes nearby. 18 meters, sometimes more. A moving structure of life, so vast that smaller fish drift around it like dust around a drifting planet. Its body is not built for speed. It is built for endurance, for presence, for time. And as it moves through the water, it feels less like a creature and more like a living landscape. When light from above touches its skin, something extraordinary becomes visible. Patterns, not random, not accidental, but precise, beautiful, almost mathematical in design. White dots scattered across its dark bluish-gray body like constellations in a night sky. Some form lines, some form clusters, some fade into randomness that still feels intentional. And scientists discovered something remarkable. No two whale sharks are ever the same. Each one carries a unique pattern, a natural identity written directly onto its skin by evolution itself. Like fingerprints, but on a scale of giants. As the camera perspective shifts closer, the true scale becomes overwhelming. A human diver drifting beside, it looks like a fragile thought in a vast dream. A small heartbeat next to something ancient. Even a fishing boat above the surface becomes irrelevant when this creature passes beneath it. Because size alone is not what makes it extraordinary. It is the way it exists. In the world of sharks, most are defined by power, by teeth, by speed, by instinctual aggression. But the whale shark rejects all of that. It has no need to chase, no need to fight, no need to dominate. Instead, it follows a completely different survival philosophy. It feeds not on flesh, but on the smallest life the ocean offers. Plankton, microscopic organisms drifting invisibly in water. Tiny fish eggs carried by currents. Krill barely visible even in clear light. Life so small that it becomes part of the water itself. The whale shark swims slowly forward with its enormous mouth open. Not in attack, but in surrender to flow. Water enters continuously, thousands of liters every hour. Inside its body, specialized gill rakers act like natural filters. They separate food from water with quiet precision. The ocean passes through it, and life is collected effortlessly. Then the water is released back into the sea, as if nothing ever happened. It does not consume the ocean. It participates in it. It does not chase life. It allows life to enter it. And in this behavior, there is something deeply unusual for a creature of its size. A kind of still intelligence. A rhythm that feels older than survival itself. Whale sharks are found across the warm oceans of the world, but they never belong to one place. They are not residents. They are travelers. From the nutrient-rich waters of the Philippines, to the coastlines of Mexico, to the Arabian Sea near Pakistan's shores, they appear wherever invisible currents gather microscopic life. But they never stay long. They arrive, feed, and disappear again into the unknown blue. Sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months, sometimes vanishing completely from human sight, only to reappear thousands of kilometers away, as if the ocean itself is guiding them through a map we cannot see. A map written in temperature shifts, plankton blooms, deep underwater currents, and signals humans are only beginning to understand. Even now, science is still chasing their secrets. Their lifespan remains uncertain, possibly 70 years, possibly over 100. Their deep migration routes are still incomplete in research, and their reproduction remains one of the least witnessed events in marine biology. We know they give birth to live young, but newborn whale sharks are almost never seen, as if the ocean hides their beginning, protecting it from human understanding. And yet, despite all their mystery, despite their size, despite their power, they are not safe. In a modern ocean shaped by human activity, even giants are vulnerable. Boat propellers sometimes leave scars on their bodies. Fishing nets unintentionally trap them in silence. Plastic waste enters the waters they feed in, and entire ecosystems shift faster than their slow movements can adapt to. A creature built for millions of years of balance now faces change in a single human lifetime, and still it continues to swim, slowly, steadily, without panic, without aggression, as if refusing to abandon its ancient rhythm. There is something almost philosophical about the whale shark. It does not rule the ocean. It does not fear it. It simply belongs to it. In a world that glorifies speed, competition, and dominance, the whale shark represents something opposite: stillness, harmony, balance. A reminder that survival does not always belong to the fastest or the strongest, but sometimes to those who move with the world instead of against it. As the deep ocean begins to swallow its shape once again, the whale shark fades into the blue silence, not as a myth, not as a monster, but as something far more meaningful, a living proof that even in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, life does not only fight to exist, it learns to flow, and in that flow, the ocean remains balanced, and the story of giants continues.